Hello guys, welcome again to my channel, Speaker Bankole Masterclass. If you are new here, my name is Bankole Olalekon, popularly known as Speaker Bankole. I'm trying to change the African narrative. I'm trying to create a lot of opportunities. I've put my hands in quite a number of businesses in the last 17 years or thereabout. I've been able to build quite a number of business portfolio around agriculture, farming, and every other agricultural value chain to primary production. I've invested in processing, in cottage industry. I've invested in export. I've done quite a lot of supply chain around agricultural commodities, from charcoal to sesame seed, to hibiscus, to donkey skin, that those years, before it was banned, to even to palm kernel, PKC, PKO, all the PKs of palm kernel, even to the shell, PKS. I did those things. Sometimes when I look at my life, it gets so amazing how I spend very few years to put my hands. Maybe I'm so fast, maybe it's speed, but no, it is not. I think I learned a lot of coping strategies when I got to discover myself. I got to a point in my life I told myself, Bankole, you don't have a family to help you to succeed. You don't have, these people have tried a bit and they have sent you to school. If you continue like this, I know you can see me. You're looking at me, right? So I'm not muscular. I'm not somebody that can do a lot of handiwork. So there was a day I sat just on a space like this. So I was in London when I was an undergraduate. The university management of the university I attended, I did student unionism. So as a student union leader, they sent just 3 student union leaders to London to go and learn leadership and entrepreneurship skill for some weeks, and came back to Nigeria, even though the dean of students in those days is now, I think he's a rector now, the Federal Polytechnic in Nigeria. He thought that we were going to run away, but luckily we came back because nothing impressed us over there. And one of the things that we saw is that immediately we landed, even though there are electricity everywhere at Heathrow Airport, I just noticed that it's still the same soil. There's no gold laced on the floor of UK, of London. When we got to our hotel room, I just discovered that it's still the same bricks. Even some of the houses in London were built with wooden and bricks, many. And I just discovered that it's still the same telephone. And I discovered that it's still the same people with 2 eyes, 2 ears. And yeah, why can't I go back to my country? And so I don't like spending like a month in another man's land. Though I spend like 2 or 3 months or thereabouts in US. That's maximum. Maybe I've spent outside the country. But I like to spot opportunities everywhere I've been to. And the reason is because I was in London when I was in 300 level in part 3 in the university in Nigeria. And I sat on the bed that night and I thought to myself, I said, I don't know why these opportunities are coming my way, but because I took a step, I applied for a job as a student in 300 level, and I told my other 22,000 students that I want to become your speaker of student union. I want to lead you. I applied, and they supported me, and the honorables in the student representative councils. If you are my honorable that you served with me, some of you have been in different parts of the world today, quite successful guys. Shout out to you guys. Cheers. Thank you for enjoying my leadership in those days. I served. By God's grace, I served. And I told myself, these leadership skills, I have to leverage on those things and use it to spot opportunities. Now I'm in London, I'm going back to Nigeria. What can I do better? And all those stuffs. So I told myself the best way to win among many competitors is that first I have to take solid action. If I didn't take step to become a student union speaker, even when I was in 200 level to first become a honorable of Student Representative Council, without none of my family member being in politics or student unionism, without having any book or guide or manual. I was just this audacious. I wanted to change the narrative. I don't want to go back graduating and returning back home and go back to that same meager, lean life. And I told myself I needed to change this narrative, and I get out. And as I discovering that the little things I can say, people start listening little by little. They start showing interest in me. That's the way it works. Exactly, that's the way it works for everyone. And what do? I contested, and I won the honorable in 200 level, and in 300 level, I won the speakership. And if I didn't win the speakership, they won't take me to London. All expenses paid. And I went. Today, one of my colleagues that was the president of Student Union then is a member of House of Assembly. 2 times now, 2nd time now, in House of Assembly, in one of the states in Nigeria. You know, shout out to Kemi, my vice president is in UK now. Kemi Kings, you know, those 3 of us. And something about it is just that they give you a platform. And every time, nature, life, God gives you a platform. But we are not just seeing it. Maybe some people are seeing it, but because they feel that it's a Herculean task. It's very tedious. Don't worry. I'm not this encouraging guy, but I think I need to encourage many Nigerians, many Africans, especially young people. Don't worry. Just put effort. Get a mentor so that your effort will not be in futility. A lot of effort are futile. That's because nobody can lead them. If a player is training without a coach or without a manager, it might not go far. It might just be the local champion on the streets, but it won't go far, it won't go global. And that is applicable to any sport or any art. When I say sport, it doesn't really mean sport, like any business or any career. And I told myself, I need to build coping strategies. So I look at myself, I was so thin then. Maybe I'm getting some chic now, I don't know. But then when I was in 311 in the university, I was so thin. Thinner than this. A little touch now, make some, you understand? But I told myself, there are 2 types or 3 types of work. I don't know how those 3 types of work came to my brain that night. And I said there is handy work, there is mental work, and there is the combination of the 2. So some people can be skilled in handy work. Plumber, the mechanics, etc., etc. The craft makers, furniture maker, like that. Some people can be skilled in the mental work. The musician, the skit makers, the writers, the pastors, the imams, the public speakers, the thinkers, the strategists, etc. And I said, some people, maybe very few, can combine the 2 together. But it's rare for you to see people that can combine both handiwork and mental work together. But one way or the other, everybody has the most active and the less active, most passive and the less passive. So there's no way you will see a plumber or a furniture maker or a mechanic if he's not thinking to some extent. There's no way he can creatively renovate or repair whatever thing that is working upon. But there are some people that have the super energy when it comes to thinking and mental ability. They might not be able to do those things, but they can give directions, they can strategize, they can develop a pitch, they can build a business plan, they can develop visions, or they are visionaries, they are founders, they are entrepreneurs, they can create, and they can build a team. And some people can combine the 2. Identify those areas in your life first. And I told myself, I am, at that time I was the speaker of Student Union, I was leading 22,000 students in a university. I will mention the name of my university because I love the university so much, and I'm a proud alumnus of the university, Federal University of Technology, Akure. That's where I got all my degrees from, you know. And for those of you that don't know where Akure is in Ondo State, Nigeria. If you are watching it from any other country in Africa, in any part of the world. So that inspires me that, oh, I have some leadership skills, mental skills. I can direct, I can coordinate people. I'm people-oriented. I'm a communication person, you know. I can get to the podium. I start speaking to 200 people. They start inviting me to speak to with 2,000 people. I start getting invitation to speak to 20,000 people. Yes, actually, I've spoken to 20,000 people audience before. You know, as I travel outside the country, as I get an invitation to speak with audience, that makes a lot of sense because I work on building my coping strategies. So today, I'm going to share with you, there are a lot of things going on today, and you need to build your coping strategies. What is coping strategies? Your tenacity. How do you survive an economy even when the economy is extremely harsh? How do you survive an economy even when the economy is extremely harsh? I will use Nigeria as a case study. Today, the new government came, they've removed fuel subsidy, and the price of fuel jumped from like 185, 189 naira in Nigerian currency to 500 naira, 550, 600 naira in Nigerian currency. So for those of you that are not familiar with naira, just know that the price that they are selling PMS in Nigeria, that is the fuel that fuel our generators, our machines, our cars, our vehicles, power our industries in Nigeria, move by 250% increase, like 250% ROI. But because the people have been clamoring for it, because government has been subsidizing over the years, and government could not pay salary again, struggling to do infrastructure in Nigeria, and they have to think anti-clockwise. They have to do what you call alternative thinking, and the subsidy has been removed. Pains, right? Yeah, pains, right? Hardship, right? Quite a number of people have started trekking, right? So if you are buying a fuel in your car, full tank before, maybe let's say your full tank, you are using a 4-plug engine, V4, you are buying, maybe your full tank is around 12, 13,000, 15,000 maximum before. Now you will know that you will be buying a full tank of around 40,000, 38,000, 40, 32, 42,000, 50,000 naira now. 250% increase, 2.5 ratio. It's crazy. Despite the fact that the country is still experiencing a lot of economic hardship, and it's like that all over the world, most especially since after COVID. Because many people, not even many people, nobody knows that there's going to be COVID. It came accidentally, or coincidentally, or by nature. And so we just have to build coping strategy. So if you have survived COVID and you are in Nigeria, I can tell you, you can survive again. What is going on? But I don't just want you to be building your survival skills every minute, every second. Rat race. From one struggling today to struggling tomorrow, rat race. We have to push ourselves. Look at factors, parameters, ways on how to get out of this rat race. The number one coping strategy that I've been teaching for years now is be simple. In abroad, in those other climes, if you have more than one car, you will have to pay tax for the second car. Even the one car gone, you will still pay tax. We have many Nigerians. We have wants, we don't have need. Or we accumulate wants rather than focusing on our needs. And that is why Africa is not really growing. We have individuals, maybe a civil servant, parking like 4 cars in his compound. Even I've seen some people that are just tenants. They don't own a land, they don't own a house. In another man's house, the landlord only has a car, or the house owner or homeowner has a car, or doesn't even have a car, and this person parked 4 cars just because he wants to tell his colleagues or our colleagues that you can't beat me to this game, or I've arrived. Good news. Time to sell those cars. They are liabilities. Some people in those days when I was growing up, it has reduced now. The car they will bring to the church this Sunday will be different from the one they will bring to the church next Sunday. And you know that those things inspires me. And the way they inspired me then was that. So I was thinking that there are 4 Sundays or 5 Sundays in a month. So I was thinking that the person will not exhaust those cars. The one he will bring this Sunday will be different from the next Sunday will be different. But one day I just heard that the following month he still bring the one he brought the first Sunday of the last month. I said, so that is all. So you only have 4 cars. I thought he has like, how many Sundays do we have in a year? Maybe 52 Sundays. I thought he had 52 cars. Ignorance. If your car is not making money for you, or it's not giving you that contract, they've deceived us a lot over the years. That is about your container. The way you dress is the way you are addressed. Maybe when you have not built a lot of content, or when you have built a lot of content, your container will not matter any longer. It's going now to be your content. Have you two seen? The young guy is now an old man now. He doesn't have a limp. No hand, no limp, no fingers, no leg, and is one of the most popular platform speakers in the world. Public speaker for that matter. He earns millions in dollars. I stumbled upon 2 boys. I think they should be around 10 years old or 7 years old. I don't know. Of recent on social media. I was just scrolling. I love scrolling on social media a lot because that is where I get most of my opportunities and ideas from. I used to use other people's posts to get opportunities. That is a secret. Don't tell anyone. Go and be using Facebook, Twitter to get other people's idea and use it to build something for your life. And I was scrolling. I stumbled on those 2 young boys. They were twins and they were doing comedy. They are not too, bodily, and they call themselves stubborn twins or something like that, Wala twins or something like that. And they were making money. They have met senators, governors of their states. Can you imagine that? So it's not until you have it bodily shaped, a big car. It's good if you have the money. But if the acquisition you've gotten is now becoming, or they are becoming liabilities, sell them off to build your investment portfolio. Another coping strategy, apart from living simple and be simple, living your life in a very simple way. You are not out there to impress anybody or to forget about this competition. Those people that competed 100 years ago, they have gone. What are you competing for? The thing that can make you to smile in your grave, or when you get to heaven or wherever, is when you see your children, they're also living comfortable life. Even if Nigeria or any African countries do not have electricity, you have money to do solar power, renewable energy. If they are complaining about fuel, you have money to buy electric car. If they are saying there is no this, you have money to do those valuable things rather than accumulating liabilities. But you have money to be building assets. And you can start from anywhere, from little money. And if you don't have money, go and learn the skill. And if you enroll on ExtraMind Business Development Academy, ExtraMind Business Development Academy, EBDA, I will be teaching you how to leverage on other people's money, other people's technology, other people's skill, other people's land. I've trained this over the years to thousands of students across Africa. And today, quite a number of them have become millionaires, even richer than I do. In money, maybe not in experience or knowledge anyway. But the leverage on other people's stuffs, OPT, other people's things, and you can use those things to also start building your own life financially, gradually. Just the way your parents or my parents do not have money to send us like that to school, to good school, but they could look for alternative. They send us to schools that are not too expensive, or even sometimes government schools that government will subsidize. And today, we are best of our kinds, by God's grace. We are making impact, socio-economic impact. We are building and creating businesses that are generating employment for other people. We are creating portfolios that are inspiring other young people to also want to become better in their life. Doesn't matter the school you go to, it's all about the network that you build along the way. Coping strategies. Don't bother yourself of saving so much. It's not time to spend less, save more. If, for example, you bought a 5 kg of semovita for maybe 5,000 naira a week ago, and you now go to the market a week after, and they now tell you the semovita of 5 kg is now from 5,000 naira or from $2 to 7,500 naira or to $5, won't you go and take your saving and go and now add money to it? It has become a waste, because inflation kills saving. Spend more on investments, spend more on assets, and spend less on liability. If you are doing a job or you're having a job before, just look for another job to make it second job. Don't leave that job, add another one. If you know you still have another time that you can reduce your sleeping to 4 hours, and you can still take a third job, add another one. Your fellow guys that are working extremely hard in Europe, in United States of America, that is what they go there to do, at least for the first 5-10 years of their life. They are not lazy. You can't survive those countries if you are lazy. Sometimes they do 3-4 jobs within 24 hours. They are being paid per hour, because they still have to pay like 30 to 40% of tax from the money they are earning to governments of those countries. Those countries built their economy on pure credit and mortgage, and they provide the infrastructures and the amenities. If you know you have the power to be on Fiverr, Freelancer, Upwork, Amiable, jump on it. Spend 2-3 hours in a day. You still retain your job. So your job is paying you, maybe in a month, it's paying you maybe $200, or maybe 250,000 naira or 100,000. Some people collect as low as 30,000 naira in Nigeria. Minimum wage, 50,000 naira. Own your skill. You can learn UI, UX, research writing, article writing, blogging, design, creative designs, not just graphic design, but creative designs, web development, software development, artificial intelligence using even ChatGPT. The opportunities that are so plenteous, unlimited today. Pick one, add it to the job. That one too is giving you like, I have students, interns today that are earning up to 1,150 $2,000 in Nigeria on Fiverr. And they are doing good. And I told them, in your 20s, if I see you buy cars, you must buy land first. You must learn to invest early so that even if anything happens, you can quickly take those things and you sell back at a higher price and you can recover again. Don't waste the money when you have the money. Invest the money when the money is there, because money is just a tool, like technology. How many clothes will you wear? How many shoes will you wear? Spend more money on your knowledge, on retraining and retraining. Spend more money on investment. No matter how little your money is, knock on our door at ExtraMile Africa with ExtraMile Homes and Properties. You can get a land. It's very affordable. Though some of this land might not be 20,000, 30,000, you can save to 200,000 and you'll be paying gradually for the land. The land will have started carrying your name. I could remember some years ago, or maybe not too long, 3-4 years ago, I think around March of that year, I bought some plot of land. I bought it in a very remote, what you people call very rural, remote area, no houses. I bought it at 250,000 naira. And just 6 months after, I just want to flip it. I like flipping things very fast. And that's one of the best coping strategies I've also learned. I flip things. If I buy things, I can buy a laptop and within 2-3 months, the value goes up a bit, I sell. I mean, I'm not this type of chief executive officer of, I'm a street guy. That's where the money is. You must be a street entrepreneur. You must be a hustler. I'm not yet Dangote or Tony Elirelu. Even those guys are still hustling. But hustling get level. You understand? But at every point, everybody hustles. Because everybody raise money from the international market or from the stock market. Or from the FS. Or from the banks. Or from individual investors or corporate investors like venture capitalists or angel investors. Don't limit yourself. You just need the right business skills. And I bought those land at 250,000 in March of that year. And just 4 months or 5 months after, I sold like 4 plots from it. And you know what? I sold it per plot, a land I bought 250 just 4 months after. I sold it for 600,000 naira each. Over 100% ROI, right? Return on investment. And that was what inspired me to talk to my team. I said we are going to build real estate. And today, we have ExtraMile Homes and Properties. You can buy land, you can do land banking. You can buy 1 acre, like 6 plots within our big estate, our landed property, and you can start building your own mini estate. Like a 2-bedroom bungalow, like a 3-bedroom. Just do something, start small. Money might not come to your hand in 10 million, in 50 million, in 5 million. It can just be in 100,000. But the more you put that 100,000, can I deposit this 100,000 naira for this land? The next 2 months, I can have another 300,000 naira. Also, gradually, you're creating wealth. You are building your coping strategies. And you are maximizing your opportunities. Gradually, you are creating wealth. You are building your coping strategies. And you are maximizing your opportunities. Thank you for joining me. My name is Bankole Oladekon, popularly known as Speaker Bankole. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of ExtraMile Africa. ExtraMile Africa is a financial inclusion company which drives financial inclusion across Africa by giving, finance into small businesses, small farmers, and we've supported over 7,000 to 10,000 small businesses in Nigeria alone in 16 states. Massive, right? And they are doing good, they are doing fine. We have a digital platform and e-commerce that we use to track our progresses, our success rates, our metrics, our KPIs. It helps us a lot. So we leverage on technology to build businesses in health tech, education, health tech, health, logistics tech, what else? Real estate, nice prop tech, property tech. We leverage technology, so we have automated quite a number of our processes, and we are still working more on our processes. You can join us, partner with us. If you don't have millions, you can partner with us with your 50,000, with your 30,000, with your 100,000, 200,000, and you can be earning returns on this money. You can do a joint venture with us on our real estate, on our agricultural projects. We have cows, we have tractor, we do a lot of stuffs, and we have able hands, capable hands. That is what a company is, not a one-man business. Don't be a one-man business forever. Even if you are starting as a one-man business, don't be it forever. So we build a system, and we bring in expertise, young people, versatile in their field or area of expertise to build these businesses. And today we are creating wealth, we are creating opportunities for teaming Africans, and we are creating job opportunities. Join us as we continue to build and change African narrative to become very robust, positive in the next 15 to 20 years. We will get there. I believe. I'm very, very optimistic if Jesus tarries. Thank you, and God bless you.